Hi everyone, I hope we are doing well. Thank you very much for joining this call. We're here ready to just get started on our session for the day. I appreciate you taking the time to join us and to be a part of today's conversation and today's topic. My name is Eileen. I am a digital marketing specialist here at Africa 108, and I'm being joined by my moderator, Linda, in the comment section or the chat section, if you'd like. So Linda will be, attending to you, answering any questions that you might have, giving you, some more insights that maybe I have passed over or something you need, a little bit more understanding on. And also, just in case anything happens where I need to, maybe be more audible or something like that, she'll also just let me know. So Linda is basically a link between me and you guys. So thank you very much for engaging with her, as I can already see some of you are right there letting us know where you're joining us from, which is amazing. Thank you very much. So feel free to just go to the chat section, say hello to everyone. Let me know where you're joining us from. Give me a thumbs up. What's your energy level out of 10? Uh, it's a Thursday, so sometimes we tend to be, a little bit relaxed because we're getting ready for the weekend. But that's not going to stop us from, achieving what we have to achieve today. So as the title there is saying, we're going to be talking about creating a digital marketing strategy, and I have a slide or a whole presentation of 54 slides where I will be taking you through what this would entail. So before I just get into that and give you a brief of this topic and also just go a bit deeper, I will like to just go to the comment section and see who's in the room and give you a shout out here and there. Then we will start. And also, just to mention, apologies, we did start exactly at 3:30. We started about 3:32. We were just giving you guys a bit of time to settle in and join because on our end we could see only two people were present in the meeting. But I'm happy that all of us have found time to join. So we'll just proceed. So one second. There we go. So I see Kito Safaris. Hi, Mary. I see you. Thank you very much for joining us. I must say, your logo always seems to really catch my attention. So I think your logo is calling me for a holiday. So maybe I'll see you sometime very soon. I see Francis Ndungu. Hello, hi Francis. Thank you for joining us. I see Lucy. Thank you very much, Lucy, for taking the time to join us. I see Daisy Karaoke. She says, "Thank you. Waiting to hear from you." Awesome. Thank you, Daisy. Um, I see Bridget Lauren. Afternoon to you, Linda. Awesome. Thank you, Bridget, for finding time to join us today. Um, Let me see who else is here. I see Andrew. Just a second. All right, great. So I was being told that I was a bit dark, but I believe that's much better. Awesome. So I was saying I was just going over the guys who are in attendance. So I see Andrew Kariuki. Thank you very much, Andrew, for joining us. Mr. Simon Ahago, I see you. I see you very much, sir. Thank you for joining. Um, I see Stephanie Wanjiru. Hello, tuning in from Nairobi. Awesome. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us. Francis Dungu there again, saying he's from Holy Land Excursions, Tours and Travel. Amazing. Thank you very much, Francis, for joining us. I see Pam from Pam Nails. Hi there, Pam. I'm very happy to see you again. Always a pleasure having you in this space. I see Miss Rachel Wambui. Hi, Rachel. Happy to see you. Rachel is a superpreneur, super entrepreneur. You need to combine those two words together. I say super because she's running. I think I know of two, but I have a feeling she has more. So she has like two businesses into this program, and they are Blue World Professionals and My Baby and I. And then there's the other angle, Lespoa Wellness, right? So I see you, Rachel. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I see Grace Kisilu. Grace is from Wish Bottles. Hi, Grace. Thank you for taking time to join us. I know you, so and I know you know me too. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you can also uh, tag a certain Gloria Kisilu, right? Yeah, tag her, just tap her and tell her she's supposed to be this meeting. So let her join you if she's able to. Then I see Farida. Hi, Farida. So now that Farida is here, I will be switching from Kiswahili and English from time to time, just so we are all together. Farida is our Kiswahili guru. Farida can write a whole kamusi and a book. So she's the one who teaches us Kiswahili in our group, yeah. So ni vizuri nimekuona Farida, good to have you. I think the rest are just echoing what I have shared. Uh, Codible Ventures very well represented, amazing. Amen. Yes, Mary, I shall see you soon, hopefully. Hizo packages zikuje, we see how we can go about that. So that's about it. Anyone else joining us after this, please feel free to engage in the comment section. Let us know who is joining. Let us know where you're joining us from. And of course, I'll be happy to just say hi to you even as we proceed with this. I see you, Naomi. Thank you for joining. All right. So creating a digital marketing uh, strategy, right? Because that's what we're trying to do today, creating a digital marketing strategy. I don't know how many of you are conversant with what a digital marketing strategy should entail and how you should go about it. But today I want to just break it down for you guys. So I'll be here sharing my screen right about now. There we go. So I believe you guys can see it. Um, yeah, so I think it's on now. So today we will be talking about creating a digital marketing strategy, and the goal or agenda of this meeting one is to give you an introduction of the digital marketing and what it entails. Then we will discover some of the channels that we can use for digital marketing, and then we shall go ahead to discuss about building a digital marketing plan. So this would be our key focus areas or our key agendas for today. So hopefully you can pick a thing or two. Feel free to take a screenshot here and there of things you don't want to forget. I will share a link at the end, or rather, my moderator will share a link at the end of the session where you can go and get more material to use and go over. And also, even after this session, feel free to reach out to your respective, digital marketing strategists to just help you with, beefing it up and building what it is you needed to do with your strategy after this class. I know I have a few here who we have already worked on this together already. We've done one with Mary Gashau from Kito Safaris. We've done one with um, Moms by Kare, that's Naomi. So feel free. We've done another one with Rachel with Blue World. So we're yet to do one with her on the My Baby and I. But that's why we are here. So our goal is to help you, expound on this knowledge that we have received today. So after this, feel free to just reach out to your DMS and let them support you further. So before we can get into the business of the day, we have the Google Hustle Academy that we had, last week, and it will continue to take place. The bootcamp, it will continue to take place even after, because we have a lot of information and a lot of material that we will be sharing with you. I think those of us who attended, I think I saw Moms by Kare, that's Naomi, who attended the bootcamp. If there's anyone else who attended and was perhaps not in my class, you should be able to also sign up for that. In as much as the one for this month has ended, the one for the Women's Day initiative, they will continue to have more and more of them. So please feel free to sign up for them. It's a 5-day boot camp. So we learn from Monday to Friday every day from 10 to 3. And I don't want to go without saying that it's a very incredible journey that you will be on. You will get an opportunity to have a mentor from whichever country that they come from. So you might have mentors from Kenya, from Nigeria, from Uganda, from all the other markets that we work with. So feel free to sign up for the boot camp, and then once the next calendar is out, you'll also be alerted and you'll be emailed. So my moderator Linda will share with you the link for the boot camp so that you can just sign up. So during the next phase of the boot camp, at least now we have a good number of people who we can reach out to and ask to attend. I think Naomi would tell you that these sessions were amazing. It was intense, but we learned a lot. We learned a lot. Even in as much as we were the ones who were sharing this information, we also really, really learned a lot. So it scales all the way from business growth to financials and preparing pitches for investment. So it's a whole thing. So feel free to sign up for that as well. So we'll just go right into today's topic, the introduction to digital marketing. And I'll start by asking us a question. This reminds me of a tool we were using at the Hustle Academy bootcamp. It's called Slido. Naomi, you remember Slido? I bet you do, because by the end of the bootcamp, we were such professionals using Slido. So there, we were able to post this question, and then you guys are able to actually type in your answers, and they populate in the shared screen, right? So it was a little bit more interactive than this, but I mean, we will still continue to make do of what we have. So my first question to you would be, what opportunities do you think you might get from being online? So I think that's the first question I'd like you to answer, even as we just get into the session and getting to know what it is that this session holds for us. So maybe you can let me know in the comment section, what opportunities do you think you have there. There are many benefits. Some of them would be giving your customers an easier way to find you, or reaching a more enhanced or a bigger audience that you ordinarily reach right now, because of course, if you're not yet online, that means you only reach the ones that know you. But with online, you have a tendency of reaching people who would probably not know who you are. So that's the first say advantage, or the how they call it, a pack. Yeah, it will be one of the packs of being online. So that would also be it, reaching a larger audience. Then the last one could also be, you'll be able to gain a little bit more credibility by being online, because you have built a brand, you have filled it up with who you are, where you're going, you are relatable, people can reach you, or connect with you in ways that ideally they wouldn't have if you were not online. So those are just some of the few benefits of being online. If you have a few more, let me see what we have in the comment section. I see a few more people here. Nelson from Smart Digital, Karibu Sana Nelson. I see you, Eric. Thank you very much for joining. So if you have, say, any other thing you'd like to add about this particular slide, where we are just asking you what opportunities do you think you might get just by being in the online platform. So feel free to just share what you think as well in the comments. So I'll just go into the next bit, which is giving us a bit of data. So mobile in particular is changing how we act and behave as human beings. And because of that, then we are able to just make a little bit more informed decisions, because of the things we have access to now that we did not have in the past. So for example, we have about 747 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa alone. You haven't touched, Europe, you haven't touched Asia. So this is just the sub-Saharan Africa. It's not even entire Africa, right? And then they say 91% of South Africans own mobile phones. And then in Kenya and Nigeria, we have 80% of the population who own mobile phones. I think it's very rare now to meet someone and ask them, for their phone number, and they say, "Oh, I don't own a phone." It's very rare. Even our grandmothers and grandfathers and relatives who are very old and live in the rural areas, also have access to mobile phones. It might not be a smartphone, but it is a phone. They probably have access to a phone somewhere. Some of them, if they're lucky, they have a smartphone and they have access to things like, funny videos and memes and TikTok. So if someone can convert those kinds of content into, a way or a platform to share their particular business, then it becomes, an awareness tool that they can use. And then a bit of more data is that 65% of the active mobile phone users in Nigeria have shopped online. And I know maybe Nigeria is not the market you are in, or you're not a Nigerian, so that data might not necessarily help you right now. But if you're looking at 80% of people in Kenya, and actually Kenya and Nigeria are very close as far as mobile usage is concerned, so more or less the same percentage would be true for Kenyans. So if you are in Kenya and we have 80% of the population in Kenya owning mobile phones, so even if we take half of that and say 40% of them shop online, or 40% of them have access to, smartphones that can shop online, then that is a potential, 40% of our population here in Kenya, uh, who could be your potential customers. So then, if that is the case, how do you position yourself, or how do you come up with a strategy to be able to tap into all these people who could potentially be your clients, or could potentially be people who would help you spread word or spread awareness about your business? So, a bit of more data is that 80% of sales come from about 20% of the population from most brands. So think about your brand right now, even as I, break this down. So you need to think about your brand, and then think about the population in Kenya. So they say 20% of the population is usually mostly the one that would bring, sales into a business. So with that, you are able to also make yourself positioned in a way that would give a bit more a bit more light or energy, or um, emphasis on your brand, enough for people to want to come and, buy from you. So being online is not necessarily just, having a Facebook account or having an Instagram account and posting every day. It's about using strategy. It's about sitting down and thinking outside the box, and thinking of ways that, would compel somebody looking at whatever it is that you have put online to help them make a decision of whether or not to purchase from you. So online digital tools have played a big role in unlocking opportunities for businesses online, and that's what I want us to look at next. So, for example, we have tools like the that have come with Google. So like this one you're looking at is called Google Trends. So Google Trends allows you to go, and you go there and search for the things that are trending now, right? So for example, let me just share a screen on Google Trends and show you how that works. Let me stop sharing this screen and share another. I hope we are together so far. You know what? I actually uh, I think even later we can still organize to have a Google Meet, so that when the teacher is asking, are we together, the recipients can also be like, yes, we're together. I know the transmission between this and what you guys are receiving is maybe a minute or two after. So uh, you are able to just respond, but then I'll get the response like, a few seconds later, but it's okay. I'm here. I can always go back if you need me to. So what I want to do is start sharing my screen over here, so that you guys can see my browser. Let me just wait for that to come on. There we go. So I believe you guys can see my browser. Let me just look at that. Fantastic. So now that you can see my browser, I just want to go there and search for Google Trends. So literally, I'm just going to search for Google Trends, then go to that particular um, tool called Google Trends. So Google Trends, I don't want to log in. Mm, okay, let me just see. Okay, let me just go to, sorry, let me just go back. I want to show you how it works. So instead of, yeah, so this one should be the best one to give you an example of. So just looking at this, how do you call it? This dashboard over here, it already gives us a few things that um, we can use to guide, what we the decisions we make about our businesses. So the first thing would be, so here it has auto picked Kenya, it has auto populated and picked Kenya, because uh, it's able to read my location, because it's Google, and all my, say, my devices, they're all interconnected. So someone is already able to tell, or the platform is already able to tell that I'm in Kenya. I don't know if there's anyone here who's outside the country. Maybe try just searching Google Trends and going, and tell me if it auto populates or picks the country that you are in. If so, then take a screenshot and, feel free to share with us even after this session in our groups. But you are able to really use that based on what you're looking for. So, for example, say I enter a search term or a topic. So say tours and travel. Yeah, tours and travel. I've seen like two businesses here in tours and travel. So when I search tours and travel, it will give me top data or information about tours and travel within a period that I select. So, for example, here I have picked Kenya. So, if I want to pick, say, another country, so let me take worldwide instead. Then, instead of in the past 12 months, I can say in the past days, past 7 days, past 30 days, past hour. So, basically, you're able to get data for this for as long or as short as you want. So, let's take the past 7 days. Then, as far as categories is concerned, I can also just pick all categories. Do I want it in web search, image, news, Google Shopping? How do I want it? So you're also able to pick that and select. So once I've selected this, as you can see, the graph has changed over time, because this period of time I've selected is 7 days. So it's no longer giving us, 12 months worth of data. So the first thing I'm seeing here is the top 5 countries of interest have been Botswana, Uganda, Philippines, Nepal, and Ghana. So people from these particular regions are the ones who have done the most searches. So maybe you're sitting and you have never thought that you'd get people or clients from Botswana. So then with this tool, even if you're setting, say, a Google ad, you're able to see, by the way, in the past week or in the past 3 weeks, I've gotten many calls from Botswana, because maybe it's a season in their country where most people are going on holiday. So with this data, you're able to make a more informed decision. But also remember, you can go beyond just these countries, and you can see more. Looking at this, you can see Kenya is at number 6. We can see Qatar at number 7, Zimbabwe at number 8, number 9 is Mauritius, and number 10 is United Arab Emirates. So with this, you're able to just sit and say, okay, this is my top 20 or my top 15, and you can scroll and go and go and go, and it gives you the number of searches that people in those, or in terms of volume, or that searched in the last 7 days. So maybe if you take 1 year, maybe if you take 1 month, maybe if you take 6 months, the data will be more. But as we've just done 7 days, so you're able to see. Uh, we are getting into Easter, so it's probably a good time for you to just go on Google Trends and figure out which of this data will be important for you. Related topics that people have, looked at are the tourists, the movie called The Tourist. You've seen people talking about goods and services, or looking for goods and services. We've seen people looking for things in adventure travel. So if this is a service you offer, then it's probably something you need to invest in. And even the data here tells us that we've had a rise in this particular topic with 150% increase, right, from the previous week. So this already tells us that these are things that people are continuously looking for. So you need to sit down and organize your thoughts and your plan to make sure that you are reaching your audience with what it is that they're looking to experience in that particular field. If you scroll further, you see people looking for trip advisor, the company. This could be your company, right? So it could be Keto Safaris or this other business I saw here. Let me just go back before I can butcher that name. What's his name? Let me see. Uh, just one second. Yes, Holy Land Excursions, Tours and Travel. That's from Francis Ndungu. So you want to make sure that at some point your name can also feature here. But you see, the only way that would happen is if you have the data to know where to position yourself, or what time to run Google ads and stuff like that. So here we have TripAdvisor, which is a company. We have Kesari Tours, we have accreditation, we have excursions, we have Mecca City in Saudi Arabia. So it goes on and on. So you can go and search based on your industry and what whatever data it is you're looking for, and hopefully that then gives you more light or sheds more light in what you need to be doing. So I'll just go back to our slide so that we just proceed. So let me share that again. Give me 1 second. Tell you the digital era did not come to play with us. Sharing screens. I don't think anybody thought we would be doing such like things before COVID, but now it's become such a norm. Everyone knows what it means to share a screen, and all those wonderful things that people do when in online meetings. So I believe I have taken you through this particular bit of Google Trends and how to use it. So our lesson is very long. So at some points I will be a bit quick so that we also cover what you're supposed to cover. But also, if you have questions or if you need anything to be repeated, feel free to let me know. So the next bit here would be just to let you know that by being online, you not only get access to customers across the globe, but you also get an opportunity to get insight, to get useful pieces of information that can help you with your marketing strategy or with your marketing plan, or with things like expansion or breaking even growth, whatever it is. So that should be able to help you with that. So you're also able to learn about your customers. We have other tools also that just gives you data about your customers. So for example, if you're on Facebook, we have a tool called the Facebook analytics, right? So you're able to go there. Here, what you're seeing today here in this slide, we have things like Google Analytics. So with Google Analytics, you're able to go to your website. So if you have a website, another thing you need to probably be conversant with using is Google Analytics. So when you go to Google Analytics, some of the data you're able to get there is um, your audience. So you get to see primarily who are the people who are visiting your website. Are they men? Are they women? Which country are they from? What age bracket are they in? Which kind of jobs do they do? What is their salary range and stuff like that? So you can get as much data as possible from that. So you're able to see the kind of people who are frequenting your website and what it is that they do. So that's about your audience. Secondly, you're able to get where they came from. So for example, uh, Google Analytics can tell you that you got 1,000 people clicking on your website from your Facebook page or from your Instagram page, or direct searches. Maybe someone just searched for your business and went straight to your website, or they were looking for something in relation to your business and they found you. So you're able to see where your traffic is coming from, or where your what is your acquisition, which way are they coming into your business through. Then the next thing you'll see in Google Analytics is their behavior. what do they do when they get to your website? So this information will help you. How will it help you? You're able to see which page of your website needs more work, which page of your website requires more attention from you, so that you pimp it, or you improve it, or you optimize it, so that the next time they come to your website, instead of them taking the same route they took last time, which will scam, hate what they see and go, they'll come, like what they see, and proceed maybe to another page, or stay longer in that page, or eventually take an action on that page, right? So those are some of the things that the Google Analytics will help you with. Then we also have YouTube analytics. So if say you have a YouTube channel, you're able to just go there and see how many views did you get, how are people interacting with your content, do they skip your ads, do they watch your ads to the end. So it gives you, an idea of how your YouTube channel is performing. We also have things like Google Ads. Google Ads also has, analytics that help you see how your ads are performing. So when you put out an ad, you're able to just sit down and see, how did my ad perform, what can I do better, what can I improve, what can I remove, what can I add. So Google Ads gives you that. So with Google Ads, some of the things you get would be, say, the keywords that were used, the keywords that people were looking for, things like, so it will show with the keywords, it will show you which ones worked and which ones did not work, so you're able to merge that and make sure you have a better say, a better set, say, of keywords on the next ad that you put, or even at the point you realize a keyword is not working, you're always invited to remove it and replace it with another one. And I believe we've done that with Mr. Eric, who is also on this call before. So we had a meeting and he told me, I don't think these keywords are working for me. Can you switch them and make them these ones instead? And we did that. And maybe, Eric, we should have another sit down and see how those ones performed, and probably talk about which direction to take, even as far as Google Ads is concerned. So those are some of the tools that you can use to know or learn about your customers, and those are some of the things that you'd learn ideally when you get into conversations with your customers. So you can also discover more about your customers on social media platforms. And I think that would be the next thing that I'd walk you through. So, for example, here you can see with social media, say Facebook, you're able to see things like their age group, right? So, with Facebook, it breaks it down and tells you, say, majority of your audience are men or women, or majority of your audience are between this age to this age. They're either millennials, or they are, the older generation, or the generation Y, or is it Z? Yeah. So you're able to just see where most of your audience is, and you're able to channel, or say, optimize your content in a way that would fit them. Imagine speaking to a 40, 50-year old about, a shame word or a recent joke that they will not understand. So right now, if I was to go and sit with my grandmother, who's say 80, and say to her a joke about, the recent happenings of, say, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, that will be something that she might not understand. No matter how funny it is, no matter how recent it is, for her it might be those things for, I don't know, I don't get what you're saying. But if I go and say that joke to somebody who is, say, a millennial or a Generation Z, then they're more likely to relate to it. They're more likely to respond to it. They're more likely to find it funny. So how you know how to adjust your content is by looking at this data as well. So if you have a Facebook page and you've never gone to look at your analytics, you are doing an injustice to yourself. You need to really go sit down with that data, break it down, digest it, see what is working. Because the reason you're probably not getting sales is because you're doing the same thing from the time you started up your social media page. You're not doing anything different. You're not moving with the trends. You're not moving with your audience. You don't even know, the kind of people who are in your page, what it is that they're looking for. So those are some of the things you need to do. Yesterday, myself and one of you, Naomi, we had a meeting, and she told me she had this idea to do a questionnaire just so she can understand her audience better. And we sat down and we went through that questionnaire. And some of the questions that were there were really, determined to find out more from their clients so that even as a brand, they are able to offer that. Because she offers products to new moms, right? So if I am a new mom or I'm aspiring to be a new mom, and by the way, if you're a new mom and or you have a friend who's a new mom and you're looking for mommy essentials, she's the person to look for. Her business is called Moms by Kare. So for her, she's able to get that information from her audience. But then you see, for her, the journey is different because once somebody is done being a new mom, quote unquote, they probably don't need, a service that Moms by Carrie is offering because they are no longer in that stage of their lives where they are a new mom. But then for her, she feels like she wants to continue this relationship past, just the new mom situation. So then she has to expand herself as a brand and provide more value so that whichever person is looking at her content is able to look inward and relate to what is being shared and contribute and engage with the information they have received, right? So that's I think what I would say about getting the insights and gaining insights from your social media pages. So now we've discussed some of the benefits brought to you by using analytics. So let's now go into how we can leverage on these insights to build an audience profile. So when you're building your audience profile, uh, the things we have discussed, the things that we are going to get from analytics. How do I use analytics? Or using analytics, it provides me or us with a whole lot of information or a whole lot of data that then we can now extract from and leverage on to support our businesses and to stimulate the growth that we're trying to look for. Yeah. So these insights that we have discussed now will help us to paint a picture of our users and profile them more effectively. So how we're going to do that is one, from the insights one, we're going to talk about the audience. So with the audience, we can ascertain who we are reaching, who our customers are, how they can fit into what we are trying to sell, what connecting with them successfully would look like for us. So that's usually the first part. And I know I've interchanged audience and content, but it's because if you do not understand your audience, you cannot um, provide content that is timely to them. So I'll start with audience because that's the most um, crucial or critical bit. For example, I'm selling something to somebody. If you ask me, who is this phone targeted to? I can't say everybody. I need to say I'm targeting somebody who knows how to use. Like you need to break it down. That's what I'm trying to say. You need to break it down. If you're selling to women, break it down. What is their age group? What kind of education level are they at? What is even their salary, what is their age group. So some of the things you might discover is anyone above the age of 27 is more likely to purchase from you or purchase from your business because they have something going on. They have a job here or a side hustle there, so they are able to actually spend money on stuff, especially leisure stuff. But anyone below 27, chances are, even if they come to your page, they want to bargain and bargain and bargain until they can bargain no more. So you also need to decide which age group you're trying to target. And maybe your target audience is, the younger generation. So there's a way you can coin that to attract their interest on things that they are actually willing to take part in and spend their money on. So that's it about the audience. Then we'll now go to content. So you need to figure out how your people are reacting to the messages that you're giving. So these messages can either be through email marketing, they can be through say what is the other bit, social media, it can be through any form of advertising that you do, right? So you need to know how they're reacting, and how you will know how they're reacting is through some of the insights that we've mentioned. So you need to figure out, are they connecting with you successfully, and do they like the kind of content that you share? Again, if say you're posting on Instagram, you need to go to the insights and look at, every time I post content, that is around this particular area, people tend to enjoy it more than if I post this. So if you've already figured that out, then you push the content that people relate to most. So that requires planning, it requires you sitting down and putting your information together so that these people can get the content that they interact with and love. Then the next bit is conversions. So you need to ask yourself, are the people or is your audience talking about you? Are your customers taking action? Are they taking action to actually buy or ask or inquire or book or whatever it is the action is for your business. So you need to ask yourself, are your customers taking an action? If they are not, then you need to probably find out why is it that when somebody gets to my website or my social media, they don't necessarily buy. Is it the kind of photos that I'm posting? Is it the price? Is it, you need to figure it out. So once you have figured that out, then you're able to actually create a strategy that will help you to make your goods go even faster. And then lastly, you need to figure out your traffic sources. Where are your audience coming from? So until you figure that out, you will be like somebody who's going to fish, and you're just fishing and hoping that you'll get fish. But if you know where the fish is, then you will not waste your fuel, say in your boat, to go everywhere trying to guess, but you just go straight to where the fish is, and you're able to fish from there. So you need to know where your audience is coming from, and again, you're able to tell that from the analytics that we have discussed in the previous slides. So on top of getting access to a global market and making more informed decisions when you're making your products and your services and marketing your business, being online also allows you to communicate and provide better support to your customers. And that's what we're going to look at next. Communicating and supporting your customers is so crucial, it's so important. Things like the business reviews that people are more often ignore because they're like, who knows this client, things like comments in your YouTube channel or even in your photo, things like even you interacting with other business people. It's very, very important. Communicating with your customers is an important part of making sure that they know that you're available to them, they know that they can get you when they need your support or your help, and they know that you can give them a listening ear and you can connect with them. So say you have a Google business profile, or formerly known as Google My Business, and someone leaves a review there. Please do not ignore it. Do not say, yes, I got a review. Actually go to that review and leave a response. Tell them, thank you, we appreciate your comments. If it's negative, make sure that the same way it was put in public, also you try and make sure you address it there. So I know there are businesses who sometimes somebody has left a review, and it's a bad one, and you're saying, please go to my, let's go to inbox and discuss. So you see, every time you say that as a business, someone thinks, why did not go and discuss in the inbox? Maybe it's because they would sort her, or maybe it's because the client is actually right that they're a bad business. But if you believe in your business and in your brand, you should be able to actually find out where was the problem, and more often you'll find that this person, when they're texting in the public platform, they'll be like, let me inbox you. More often it will come from the client, and you want it to come from the client, so that then even as you take up the matter privately, the public is able to see, oh, this person responded to this and they were able to help them. So always reply to your reviews. That is when you get them on Google Business Profile. If you get a comment on your image or your YouTube channel, please respond to them. And one thing I'd like to warn us against, that thing for inbox for price, let us leave that in 2021, please. If you're a business person, there's a reason why whatever you're selling is priced the way it is. So do not be shy or embarrassed to post the price. Put it there. For some people, it might look a lot expensive. For some people, it might look a bit cheaper. So you just post it. You will be able to get your client base from there. So maybe you're asking, maybe me, my things are not one price. So for example, if you're in tours and travel and you have a holidays and they range depending on different places, how about you say something like, take yourself to the Mara with as low as 5,000 bob, something like that, or as low as 50,000 bob. So depending on the kind of trip it is, so chances are you will get people coming to inquire more because they want to know what this one for 5,000 bob, what is it about, what are the packages. And you see, once somebody is inside the door, now as a business, you're able to now use the skill set that you have to convince them now to purchase. So at this point, I'd like to pause for any questions. Let me just see what is happening in the comment section. Uh, okay, I see distinctive solutions. That is Daisy again. I see Ruth Kiarie. Hi Ruth, thank you for joining us. It's good to see you. I see so you guys were probably responding to a question I had asked. So Ruth is saying you create awareness. Mary is saying providing information about your brand, getting leads, doing sales, understand your industry more, learn your competition, giving yourself a competition edge. So I believe you are responding to the question I had asked earlier, which is amazing. Thank you guys for participating. So that question, allow me just scroll through to it so that we can, as I read, we have more objectives. So the opportunities that you might get from being online. So that's the question you guys are answering. All right, great. Thank you very much, guys, for your thoughts and for your feedback. It's always good to know that we are moving together. Um, the distinctive solutions that Daisy says today's space is superb. The slides are still not clear. Daisy, we apologize for the lack of clarity as far as the slides are concerned. I wish there was, another way we could do this to give you, let me see, to give you better quality. But again, just try what we shared the other time. So go to your settings and then click quality. So settings is the third icon on your YouTube on this video. So click quality and then select 720, which is the highest, and then maybe it will give you a bit of clarity. But we really wish we could do something better to make this quality even more clearer for you. So in case you are still struggling with quality, maybe you can look at the learning material we provide at the end, which normally has more or less a similar quality with this. And again, apologies, Daisy, for that inconvenience on our end. I see Grace saying she's from Smart Digital Identity. Thank you, Grace, for joining. Uh, Real Estate Show with Terry. I see you have joined. I see Dennis there clapping hands. So thank you guys for your feedback. And I'm happy to know that you are finding the session also helpful and useful. So I'll just go to the next bit of our topic, which is now digital marketing channels. So now we have talked about some of the things that we can use or the resources that we can use to inform the decisions that we are making. But then now, what decisions are these? Like which decisions are these that I'm talking about? What needs to be done? What is it that I need to do, or what is it that I need to put in place in terms of channels so that I know that for sure I'm on my way to doing a proper digital marketing, effect to my business. So that's what we want to get into. All right. So I have a small lapse here. Okay, so let me just close this. There is something happening here in my machine that is untimely. Okay, I think that's okay. I think that should be okay now. All right, great. Apologies. So we just get into now the channels that we can potentially use to help us get better a better idea of what it is that you need to consider, or some of the things that you need to consider when working with digital marketing. So the first one is search engine optimization. I did a whole 6 hours last week on this. If you missed, it's okay. Feel free to sign up on the next ones that will be coming, the Hustle Academy boot camps. So if you ever see them somewhere, please sign up for them. You will be happy that you attended. So search engine optimization. What is search engine optimization? So I will tackle them, together as we go. So it is, here we just go, we're just going. So in case you have a question, please again feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will get back to it as soon as I can. So with search engine optimization, this is where you position your website more especially so that it shows up every time somebody that pulls in information or data from the search engines. So a search engine is something like Google. So Google is a search engine. So when I go to my phone and search how to go on holiday, you know, at an affordable rate. So if I type those words, for example, in my phone, what will I get? Actually, let's do that practically. So just maybe grab your phone if you are using a different device. Say you have joined us from a laptop, you can feel free to grab your phone. Or later, you can try it later. So let's see. Uh, easy holiday, or is it easy? Affordable holiday solution. Affordable um holidays. So the reason I'm doing this is because I know some of you here are in the tours and travel industry. Okay, so I've searched affordable holidays in Kenya. So I found about four ads. So how I know they are ads, I don't know whether you guys will be able to see, but I'm gonna try my best. Let me see. Okay. No, no, now you guys are seeing a very small screen because we are. So let's try. Oops. Okay. So there's that. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't think you'd see very well. Yeah, but I have three ads. So the first one is from Trivago. Trivago. So the title here is Find Your Ideal Hotel in Kenya, Compare Hotel Prices, trivago.com. So my search, remember, was affordable holidays in Kenya. Here in that headline, I have seen the word Kenya. I have seen compare prices. So there's similarity. Then there's another one that says Nairobi vacation, unbelievably cheap prices 2022. See, the thing I'm looking for in my search is affordable and something that is in Kenya. So there are many holidays in Kenya, but what I'm looking for is something that is affordable and something that is in Kenya. And there they've said Nairobi vacation. Nairobi is in Kenya. Unbelievable cheap prices 2022. So as a consumer, I'm more likely to go there. Then there's southafrica.net. The perfect holiday awaits you. Book a travel deal this summer. So because I'm not looking for something in South Africa, chances are is I'm going to skip that. Then the next one is 1 to 15 days safaris, safari holiday packages, five out of five trip advisor rating. So you see, guys, the reason this have popped up is because they are ads. So I just scroll a bit down to see which one is not an ad and has appeared. So I can see Bountiful Safaris, I can see Go Kenya Holiday, I can see responsibletravel.com, I can see vacay.co.ke, I can see Ticket Sasa, I can see uh, budget holiday, home to go. So if you safarimasaimara.com. So if you are a travel agency or a travel business, you need to think about why hasn't my business appeared there. So reason probably it's because you're not running an ad, because most of these here are actually ads. Most actually only three are not ads. The rest are ads. So probably within your industry you need to run an ad. So some days just take your phone and search for random things within your industry and see how much competition you have in terms of the people who are doing ads. Because some of these people get business because they're running an ad. If you want to into search engine marketing, because that's advertising, I'm sorry for that. I hope I didn't lose you guys completely. So poleni for that. But what I was saying is there's search engine marketing and search engine optimization. So optimization is making sure that the keywords that you have used in your website are aligned with most of the things that people are looking for online. So that when somebody searches for something in any, say, search engine, you're more likely to pop up. And the thing about search engines is that it takes time. So do not work on your search engines today and then expect that tomorrow you'll be ranking high. So take your time, do it continuously, get experts to help you do it, and then you'll be able to succeed in it. So the flip side is the search engine marketing, where now you pay money for you to appear the way we have just seen with the tours and travel businesses that I've searched for just now. So number three is social media marketing. So here we are talking about using social media networks to gain traffic and attention uh, to your social media platforms or even your website and to reach new people. I don't think I need to say much about social media because we have all seen what social media has done, even especially through the COVID years. I say COVID years because let me tell you, some days I wake up and I think we're in 2021 because to me COVID was last year. So the thing that social media has done is even in the seasons where we could not physically go to a shop or physically go get things done, we we were able to still get that sense of community and that sense of being able to buy good things for yourself from online. And social media enabled that. So when you're using social media, as the word goes, social media, your goal is to socialize with people, and in the course of socializing, you share what it is that you have about your business. And when you do that, you're able to really reach such a wide demographic of people who use social media every day. We have up to millions and millions of people using social media every day. So you need to tap into that as well. Then we have display marketing, online advertising in many different formats on many websites across the internet. That's what display marketing is. So that you know the way you can be on, say, standard newspaper online, and then you see Tuko or you see Menengai being advertised there. So that's what display marketing is, so that you're able to display your products on different platforms. So say today you are a business, you want to do display marketing, you can say approach guys like Jumia, ask them, can I market in your pages, or can I market here? So you look for places that have high traffic and you position yourself there for people to get you. The next one is email marketing. As the word goes, you are doing marketing using emails. So these things you guys normally have in your websites. I'm sure most of you have them. The contact us page, it normally has a form there that has people fill in. I don't know how many of us use it. I don't know how many of us go to the back end to collect that information. But when you have a list of people's emails, don't just sit on it. That is data you can use for marketing. And let me tell you, research shows that email marketing is still the number one tool that people use for marketing purposes. So do not sleep on it. If you can, take a full advantage of it. Then the last one is content marketing. So this is marketing that you do using content. So you create and share different types of content, such as blog posts, video guides, infographics, images. It can be still images, it can be GIFs, so any form of content you use to attract attention to your profile and to your page, and as a result, it ends up driving traffic. So we're going to look at the channels a bit more depth here even as we go. So I'll show you some of those things I was talking about. So I believe you've understood all of them. So even as I go to the next slides, you just take note of what I have said and affirm it in your mind. So this slide here is talking about the paid and organic listings. So the paid listing, as you can see, right there, somebody searched for uh, best camera, right? So the top ones that have AD, that one is an ad. As long as it has the word AD, that is an ad. And then the below one, so the one in blue at the top, because it has the AD, it means it's an advert. So somebody has actually paid to see to have themselves rank high in the page. And then for the second bit, which is the organic one, it just appears because someone has done proper SEO and they appear on page two. So now, what we would call a shopping ad is now when you see the camera in a box and the price, that is called a shopping ad. If it came in form of words, that is called a search ad. If it came in form of a picture, then that is called a display ad. So that is how paid shopping ads look like. And when you're talking about organic versus paid, organic is something that takes time. Always know that organic will be something that will take you more time than a paid thing. So if you want, say, faster results, then you probably need to think about, a payment method or a payment plan that would allow you to get some results that you probably were looking for. So we're going to look at this too, even in relation to SEO. So up here, just what I was explaining. So this slide sometimes have a way of making me say everything in one slide, and then when I go to the next one, I'm thinking, oops, this should have been saved for this one, but I'm still just gonna take you through. So as I said, the search query is whatever somebody inputs in the search engine. So that or a set of words, that's what we call the search query. And then the paid text is the one that appears immediately at the top with the words AD before it. And then the organic one is just the one that appears right after and has no AD on it. Sorry, guys. So that's that about this particular slide. And then a few tips on getting started when you're doing search engine optimization. So the first thing you need to do is sign up with the search console. When you sign up with the search console, you will submit content. So it could be keywords or key phrases to that search console. So Google Search Console, first of all, it is a free tool that will be able to help you in a more accurate way and tell you how you rank on the Google search. So if you want to know what number am I, maybe you're number 5,322,644,000,000, whatever that number is. So how do you know that? Sign up on Google Search Console, submit your content to Google, and then monitor how you are doing in the search engine. So how you what and then also you're able to send alerts on some of the critical issues that you have observed, and then the Google Search Console will help you identify if there are any issues or errors in your website that will make it hard for your Google for Google to rank you, at a higher place. Then the second bit is it will help you find your content. So you should consider, sorry, submitting a sitemap. So when you have submitted a sitemap, so your website. So every time we say the word site, just think about your website. Yeah. So when you've submitted your sitemap, it will help the Google bots or the Google robots understand the structure of your website, so that when it comes to being indexed or to being ranked, yeah, it has a better understanding of how your sites are linked together, so that then if there's a link in my homepage that takes somebody to the service page or takes somebody to the order page, then it's able to synchronize that, and then it will help you do it better. Then the next thing is to promote your site on and offline. So online means doing things like ads and stuff like that, and then offline means just getting people to open your site more, interact with it. Go call your friends, tell them, please, have a look at my website, let me know what you think about it. Send your link on WhatsApp, put your link on WhatsApp status, and everywhere that you can possibly put it, and let people interact with your site. Then also share new content. How do you do this? So if you have improved something in your site, don't assume that people know. Go also on your website and improve that. Go on your website, include that content that you have shared, that new content. If it is say what do we call it, these are called blogs, right? Go and write blogs, include new content there, and use that to your advantage. Then the next bit is help Google and users understand your content. So this is, the optimization bit. So where you're able to optimize your content, right? So you will look into creating valuable content that users really want and can relate to. So make sure your website has things that people can easily understand, can easily relate to, can easily work with. And then the next thing you need to do is create high value fresh content. So high value fresh content is if say something changes in your industry, don't don't allow yourself to go with the same website you had last year, this year. Go and look at what has changed. If there's something that has changed even with your business, please include it in your website. Keep it fresh so that people know that you're very attentive and you're paying attention to how you look like online as well. Then there's create good titles and snippets. So these ones will be able to give people an idea of what it is that that particular web page is about. So remember that question for affordable holidays. There's this person who said unbelievably um, or crazily cheap, right? Those are some of the words that were used. So if somebody clicks there, in their mind, they're expecting to see very affordable offers or very cheap offers. So make sure those two relate. And then lastly, using headlines and tags to emphasize important text. So headlines are usually a bit bolder. So if you use good headlines that are catchy and are able to give somebody an idea of what it is you're talking about, then it gives them more confidence even when they click on it. So some tips of optimizing your search engine optimization. One, run a keyword search. So that's just an overview of what we've discussed now. Run a keyword search, publish useful, high quality content, and lastly, make the web pages search friendly. So imagine if you have a website that the page is talking about something totally different from what it is that you're offering. People will come and constantly be disappointed, and every time they see your website, they won't click to it because they know they will be disappointed. So make sure that your web pages are search friendly, they are well related, they have the correct content, and you have done your due diligence as far as that is concerned. Then we have the Google My Business. We have a whole other topic on Google My Business that maybe we can look at. For those who have not been able to have a chance to do that, we can do that later. But with Google My Business, you're able to share updates with people on Google. So Google My Business profile is, for example, as you're seated now, if you have another device, just type the name of your business. And I assure you the way your business appears is because you have allowed it to look like that. So you have a chance to update your information, and that's not something I can get into now because there's usually another topic about that. We can have that topic later if you feel like you need it. Just let your digital marketing specialist know and they will organize that session and we can have it again. If I am your digital marketing specialist, we've done it. So yeah, we're good to go. So Google My Business, you just update your information. So if say you've changed your phone number, please go to Google My Business and replace and add that new phone number. If you maybe changed locations, do the same thing. If you have upcoming events, share that. If you have deals, if you have offers, share that information to people. As we said earlier, respond to reviews. Give guys an opportunity to interact with your content. Sometimes people already know your business. So there I'm sitting and I'm like, I need to go to Palm Nails, but I don't know what type they close. Palm Nails is located in Westlands and another is in Tower. So I need to figure out how I'm going to go about this. So I take my phone and I search Palm Nails Spa, for example. So when I search, and I find them, right? So I'm able to see, oh, the one for West T is open late, but the one for Tao is closing early. So then I'm able to make up my mind about which location to go to. But if someone searches your business and you do not even have the closing hours, surely you have done an injustice to yourself and also the client that is looking for you. And we have free marketing toolkit or a marketing kit from Google My Business. My moderator Linda will share with you this link in the comment section. So just go and look at it, see how it is you can use it. If you need further help with this, feel free to reach out to us. That's why we are here. We're able to help you just break it down and assist you in optimizing even your Google Business profile. So now, I had already mentioned this earlier, but we'll just look at them very quickly. The difference between SEO and SEM. So search engine optimization is the one that you use keywords to make yourself rank highly, and then search engine marketing is where you pay, and that's already one difference that I have mentioned. So with search listings, those are free. So for search engine optimization, the search listings are free. Search listings is now you appearing there on the index Apple as a business. So those listings, if you're going to use search engine optimization, they're free. But if you're going to use search engine marketing, you pay for your business to appear higher in the search list. Then number two, difference is that with SEO you optimize the keywords. With SEM you bid on the keyword. So that bidding paying. So you say me, I'm going to pay say 1,000 bob on this keyword. So anyone else who comes and pays less will appear below you because they have paid less. But if you say pay 10 bob for that keyword and someone else comes and pays 50 bob for the keyword, they will appear higher than you. So you have control in that sense where the more you bid, the higher you appear, the less you bid, the lower you appear in the pages. Then number three, search engine optimization, that's SEO, usually takes time for you to rank on page one. But with the SEM, you market today, 2 days from now you're already straight away on page one. So those are some of the differences between SEO and SEM. So now that we have looked at the differences, let's look at how we can get started with search engine marketing. And with search engine marketing, these are the steps that you will be required to take. So number one, you're going to create a campaign in Google Ads. So that means you log into your Google Ads account, or you create a Google Ads account if you don't have one. Then select search campaign. So listen, guys, with search engine marketing, the campaign you're running on Google Ads is the search campaign. So don't go and run a display campaign or a YouTube campaign, or any other campaign and expect to get the same results as such campaign. So you need to pick the search campaign type of ad when you're doing this particular engagement. Then you select the goals of your campaign. Again, make sure your goals are smart. Don't just select random goals. You need to ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve with this particular advertisement that I'm doing? What is the end goal? What is the end game? So that you get the results you want. So when you're doing the smart, make sure the goal you've selected is specific, it is measurable, it is attainable, it is realistic, and it is time bound. So do not just say I want to run a search ad. Smarten it, yeah, make that um, particular campaign smart. Then the next step would be picking the right keywords. So you already kind of know some of the things that people look for from your business, or you even know some of the value you provide to people. So for example, if it is affordability, make sure your keywords have something along that line. And also remember to match your goal, the goal that you're trying to achieve, match it also with the keywords, right? So if it is you're trying to make a sale, for example, say affordable, or say things like ongoing offer, things that would prompt people to take an action of buying from your site. So those are some of the things you need to do. So make your keywords list engaging, make it clean, make it relatable. Take a note of the negative keywords, which are words that would otherwise lead people away from your website. So take a note of that. If you have keywords that are other people's negative keywords and they lead them away from their website and can land them into yours, again, take advantage of that. Sometimes you're running an ad and you are in tours industry. Imagine sometimes bonfire adventure, that word in itself can be your keyword, because somebody will go search for bonfire adventure. So if they are going to search for it, I might as well position myself in a way that if they search bonfire adventure, then they can get me. And when they get me and they come and they realize I'm affordable and I have good deals and whatnot, then they're also able to buy from me. So that's an example of negative keywords, right? And then lastly, write a compelling ad. Things like the headlines, make them punchy, make them irresistible, so that if someone is looking at it, they're like, wow, I have to go and see what is about this particular website. So use copy that is appealing, use copy that is, so copy here is text, right? So use text that is appealing, that is engaging, that is attractive, that has oomph, that captures somebody attention from the word go. So that's how you get started on search engine marketing. So now then, how does that apply? What are some of the tips you can apply to help you reach your customers better? So number one, optimize your keyword list. Number two, boost your ad extensions, your ads with extensions. So extensions are like, say, links that you can also use to combine. So one of the quickest ways for you to improve your click through rate is by implementing now this ad extension. So this makes sure that your ad stands out and can add further context or an additional value proposition to to your ad that you're currently running. And then these are also free to use. You don't need to um, go over and above, and you can actually make your ads cheaper in the long run if you actually use ad extensions than as opposed to if you did not use them at all. The number three, connecting your Google Analytics account. So once you connect your Google Analytics account, the reason this is a good idea is because you're able to see how your visitors are behaving when they get into your website. You're able to see that their journey. You're able to see how they're guided through the journey of your website, and eventually convert into sales. And if there's a place where they get stuck, then you're also able to see that from the Google Analytics, and then you can make changes. So now let's look at display advertising and how that would help. So remember, we talked about six of them when we started. So what I'm trying to do is just break them down again further, even as we go. So we've done two. We've done search engine optimization and search engine marketing. So now we are going to look at display advertising. Um, sorry. Um, Sorry, I feel like I have clicked something here. Yeah, so display advertising. So here we will mostly focus on the social media element and how that comes into play, because it's a form of display advertising. So the purposes of using social media, one is normally to grow or generate more sales. And I know some of you have seen it work like crazy, and also some of you have not. So maybe at the end of this lesson, you should be able to see why yours didn't work and probably change a few things to make it work better. So first is to generate sales as the goal for using social media. The number two is to add value to your brand, and lastly, it's to improve your marketing. Just noticing that we are far much behind time, so I'm gonna try and speed this up, but also ensure that we are together. So those are the three things that we need to do as far as social media is concerned, upgrade your business on social media is concerned. So these are usually the three goals, right, for that. And we have organic and paid social media. So organic is the free. So I said every time you think of organic, think of free things. Every time you hear paid, then you're talking about money. So organic social media is free, and you can only reach the followers you have and their friends. But then with paid social media, one, you pay for it. Every action is paid for. So if it's a click, if it's a follow, whatever action you want people to take on your social media platforms, it is paid for. Then you reach people who don't even necessarily follow you. So you just, it's able to link those people and their interests with your page. Or if it's something, if your page or the things that are in your page is something they have looked for before, then it's able to create that link and show this your page to them, so that they're able to connect with you and find out more about your business. So now let's look at how to get started with social media advertising. So number one, identify your target audience. I cannot stress this enough. Your target audience is king. It is the king of all kings, right? Well, not the way that sounded a bit off, but it's the king. Identify your target audience will always be the king as far as online is concerned. So their demographics, what location are they from, what is their profession, what are the things they're interested in, what is their behavior like. That is a very important bit for it. And then the second important bit is the channels. So, am I going to use Facebook? Am I going to use Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram? So, you need to figure out if you are more visual, like if your products are more visual than anything else, then Instagram will probably be the way for you. If you have to tell a bit more stories, a bit more information, a bit more intimacy with your clients, then maybe Facebook and YouTube will be the channels for you. If you're trying to be professional and up to date and this sleek brand, then probably you need to look a little bit more into LinkedIn. So you need to figure out which channel will best suit you. Then at the end of the day, whichever channel you choose to put yourself in, make sure that your content is engaging. Put photos, put videos, put blogs, infographics, live broadcasts, recorded broadcasts, whatever it is, put them there. And I'd always recommend having a mix of both. So don't just lean on one and say, me, I'll just be doing photos, or me, I'll just be doing videos. Have a blend of all these things, and that way people can relate with you even better. And then the next bit is a few tips that you can use in your own social media. Set for yourself a goal. Tell yourself, once you have done that, you subconsciously find yourself working towards achieving that goal. So it might be in terms of uh, say numbers on your social media. It might be anything. So make sure you set a goal and you actually start working towards it. So if it's followers, make sure you're working towards that as a goal. If it's say more content, make sure you're working towards that as a goal. Then two, understand your audience. I will not repeat that because I've said it like 55 times since we started. Understand your audience. Once you understand them, for sure, you have one foot in the door. Then lastly, consistency and regular updates. I think I should pause for sound effects. Consistency and regular updates. If you can't post once a month and expect to get the same results as somebody is posting 5 posts a day. For sure, the person with 5 posts a day will probably get more than you're getting. So consistency and regularity is the key. That one is key for sure, for sure, for sure. So whichever platform you choose, get to know what consistency looks like in that platform and buy into it. Then the different forms of content marketing that now you can use. So content marketing is a different thing, but then it sort of marries into what we have just spoken about. So we have videos, blogs, case studies, and guides. So, for example, if I am a makeup brand, I can do guides on how to use a foundation. If I'm making clothes, how to wear my jacket. For example, how do I style this jacket? How do I wear it? If I have to wear it to the office, what can I pair it with? So, such like things. If you're in tours and travel, how do I prepare for a trip outside the country? How do I prepare for a trip within the country? How do I prepare for a hike? How do I prepare for, say, a safari in the forest or something like that? So you need to understand the different kind of content that work for your audience and work towards giving them these particular types of content. So let's look at some simple ways to get started with this particular element of content marketing. So these are just four. There's many more that you can use, like infographics. So infographics are those things that try to explain, um, say, a concept using different, things put together in one photo or one graphic design. So there are different types of contents, and whichever you choose, make sure that you fully understand and know, one, how to do it, and two, how it will impact your audience. So how do we get started with content marketing? Number one, again, we've gone back to understanding our our customers or our audience. Build customer example profiles. So that basically means understanding your audience, segmenting them, knowing this kind of people will appreciate this kind of content more, so that then you can marry them together and make sure that that's what you receive. The number two, map your user journey. Have an idea of when somebody comes into, so think about first of all the sales funnel all the way from awareness to purchase, but then also how do they get from there to study, what does it look like? So once you have thought about it, then you're able to know what type of content to put at each stage of the sales funnel. So we have awareness, we have intent, we have consideration, then purchase and loyalty. So you need to figure out where which person you're communicating to at what point of the funnel, and then feed them with content that would further push them lower into the funnel. Then lastly, number three, use content to generate business. So ensure that you are what is it called, you using the content that you are putting out, you are enticing the customer to take an action. So you might do a video, you might do a picture, but at the end of the day, you are enticing somebody to take an action. You guys have seen this. You're on Instagram and you're scrolling, and then you see this nice jumpsuit from Jumia. Me, I've clicked on it many times with the intention. I'm like, I'm buying this thing. Then you get there and you find that it is 55,000, and you're thinking, wait. Then in your head, you're like, "Ingekuwa tao, ningebuy." And then one day you'll go and actually find that it is 1,000 bob, and then now you end up buying. So put your customer in a position where they're really tempted to buy your product, and they even go ahead to ask you, how much is it? Can I lipa mdogo mdogo if it's tours and travel? So for example, I want to go to South Africa, and Bereka Shao here tells me she charges 1 million. I tell her, me, I can't give you 1 million at a go. Can I lipa mdogo mdogo? And then I go when I've completed. Then she says yes. Then there we go. We have a plan. So now let's round up all these tips that we have talked about here in the content marketing bit. One, use content to facilitate the sales process. So do not look at content creation as different as the sales, right? Try and match them together. In this your content, can you sell? In this your content, can you throw in hints here and there to make sure that you're facilitating the sales process and you're pushing somebody further into the sales funnel? The number two, always use stories. Guys, me, I like stories. Those who are in the boot camp, I've told them many stories about my life. I feel like if I was to give you an hour to write about me and you are in the boot camp, you will know exactly what to write. So use stories. Don't be very formal, if I can use that word, formal, like, get us here, buy now, very formal. Just use a story. Just say, imagine taking a trip to the Mara with your loved one. The nice walks, put somebody in the mood of wanting to take a trip, tell a story, give them perspective that they can able to tap into and use. Then number three, distribute your content to maximize reach. So advisably, don't just use one platform. Use as many as you can that will actually make sense to your business, but also distribute the type of content that you're using. So if it's videos, you know distribute them properly. Let's have 10-second videos here, 1 hour videos there on YouTube, and balance that in question properly. Then measure performance and optimize. So this right here is for you to keep going back and checking, how is my ad performing? Can I do it better? What can I do better? What have I done badly? Where can I improve? Where can I add more value? So those are some of the things that you probably would need to do every time you measure your performance and optimize. So communicating at scale with email marketing is our next bit. So email marketing was another thing that we looked at. When you are getting I hope we are together. Let me just go back. Not just Angina, you might be here talking and then people have left you by yourself. So I hope we are still together. Just give me a thumbs up in the comment section if you're still together. I'll be happy to see those. Yeah. So I don't know whether I should wait for you guys to give me the thumbs up, or I just let me wait. Let me wait for 1 second. Let's see. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up, guys. I'm waiting. Mine are up. Okay, I think I can just and hope again that we are still together as I even just try and finish this up. So I'm gonna just finish this up after we do the email marketing bit, so that I also give you guys time to go home and relax and rest. So email marketing. When you're doing email marketing, remember you're talking to somebody at the other end, and it's also a very effective tool. We have a group of people like myself and even some of you who like there's some emails when I see, I will actually open and pay attention to them and read and reply. But the others I'm just like, "Huyu ni Carola Bolt." But you see, I know Carola Bolt because she's always texting me. So let the customer you email also feel the same way. So you need when you're doing this, you need to create personalized content. You need to collect their feedback. So if they respond, actually let them know that you have received their feedback and you're working on it, or you have received it and you are looking to assist further. Number three, connect with an already engaged audience. So don't try and reach the people who are not engaging with you. Don't try too hard. That's what I'm saying. Just manage what you have. If someone's already responding, focus on that person because they're more likely to give you more constructive information. So how do we get started with email marketing? Select an email marketing platform. So for example, you can use MailChimp. I honestly really like MailChimp because when I first started using it, I was like, this thing is so hard. But once I got, the hang of it, I was like, wow, this is the most efficient thing I've ever seen in life. So you have to choose a platform. Make sure you know which platform you're using, which one you prefer, and what not. Some people have CRMs. Like for example, I know Bitrix. The Bitrix CRM has a section there, though it's paid, but it has a section somewhere where you can actually send emails from bulk emails. So use that and see which platform works for you. Then build a list of relevant contacts. So once you've built a list of relevant contacts, that list should help you to even segment your audience. So I'm going over all the points together. So once you have a contact list, then you're able to segment them and say, these people, I'll be sending them content about this other, will send them content about this other thing, so that you are together and in sync. Then lastly, you can create relevant and useful content. So do not send, say, drivers or matatu information about flying airplanes. Those are two different things. They might not necessarily relate with it. And then personalize your emails by, don't say hi, say hi and put the name of that person. So most of these tools or platforms, email platforms, have the option to set it like that, so you don't have to go one by one and write their name. So you just auto select and picks the first name that you entered. Then they're able to receive an email that is calling their name, hi so and so, and not just hi customer, or hi, it's very specific. And then keep it useful. Do not spam people. Do not text, email people every 1 hour. If you can every week or every end of the month, that's okay, but do not spam people. People will block you or unsubscribe from your service. Then some of the tips that you can use for email marketing: segment and group the list of relevant content. So again, segmentation, you have, say, transporters, you have customers, you have buyers, so segment them so that each particular piece of content you send to each of these groups is relevant for them, so that you don't have to always keep going to search one by one and selecting them, and you can just easily, very well, segment them into the categories that they belong. Then keep it simple and make sure you test before you send those emails. Let me tell you guys. So here's a story, a short story. One day I was in a previous circle, I was sending emails, and then that email had I had written instructions to someone. So I was like, hi. So I had the email itself, and then at the bottom I had written to him in Kiswahili, hebu angalia kaa hizi vitu zinalingana, juu staki so and so. So I mentioned the boxes name, staki so and so aanze kutupigia kelele hapa. Kumbe I had sent it to everyone. My God, you can't imagine how embarrassed I was. So make sure you test. Send it to your mobile phone. Look at it in your mobile. Is it appearing well? Look at it in your laptop. Look at it in your tab. Make sure it's appearing well. And then lastly, measure the open and click rate to optimize campaigns, so that you know which audience receives your content best and how can you optimize it better. So that's the last bit of my presentation about the tools. So I have about 20 more slides to go, which I will literally cruise over because most of the things we have talked about here. So I don't know if you guys have any questions at this point. So let me just give you a second. Oh, yeah, guys, you sent me thumbs up. Awesome. We are together. I see you, Francis Ndungu. Together we are. Thank you very much for communicating that. Awesome. I hope we're together. I know Linda is probably wondering why I am talking for 50 hours, but this topic is usually a bit more in depth than most of our topics that normally do for an hour. And I can even see that some people dropped off at some point. So I don't know what you guys want us to do. Do you want us to organize another session and finish the last 20 slides, or can we just finish them real quick right now? Just let me know in the comment section. I'll be willing to hear what you guys have to say. Naweza kuwa nimewapatia information overload and you're tired of hearing my voice. Farida, sijui kama uko hapa. Oh, nakuona, nimeona mkono yako. Good to see you, Farida. Asante kwa kukaa mpaka saizi. So you guys, let me know. Do we just finish up what we have left? It's not much at this point. It's not much. So as I said, there's usually a time lapse between when I say something and when it gets to you. So I'm just waiting. So I see Simon saying we organize another session. Someone else, I cannot go with you, Simon. I know you. I know your ways. We organize another session. I see. Okay, Ambi Global says we organize another session. All right, great. Two more people maybe with their similar opinions or other. And please don't answer another session because other people are answering. Just say what is in your heart. Say what is in your heart. But pole Farida, sijakusahau hivyo. Ni sijui ni matamshi inaleta tashwishi. Wow, you guys, one day I'll become a Swahili. But it's funny because I was raised in Mombasa, so you think my Swahili is flawless, but it is what it is. So from here I'm going to speak in Kiswahili. Kama mnataka tuendelee, muniambie hapo. Uh, kama mnataka ni 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 stopie hapa, nimalizie hapa, alafu tutafanya session nyingine. Pia tunaweza kuagree ndo tuendelee. Give a summary because you have done well. Summarize. Okay, sawa. So sasa unajua nini Francis, kusummarize hapa inamaanisha nipitie hizi slides. So wacha tu ni peruse nikisummarize, alafu guys, Kiswahili is finishing me, alafu tutafunga. So nipatieni kama maybe 10 minutes, by 5:20 we should be out of here. So wacha niende mbio. Building a digital marketing plan. So you see guys, tumeongelelea Kiswahili. Okay. Tumeongelelea digital marketing inahusu nini na vitu zenye tunafaa tunafikiria tukitengeneza plan yetu ya digital marketing. Alafu pia tumeangalia the different digital marketing platforms. So tumeangalia search engine optimization, tumeangalia search engine marketing, tumeangalia social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing na display, right? So tumeangalia hizo elements zote. So now that umejua why you need to have a digital marketing plan and the different platforms zenye ziko available, so now hiyo kubuild unafaa kuwa unafikiria nini. So step ya kwanza ni kukuwa na business objectives. So objectives ni nini unataka kuachieve at the end of it all. Business goals and objectives. Hiyo ndo step ya kwanza. Step ya pili unafaa kuwa na budget, so that ujue ka budget yangu ni 0, then nita stick to the organic bit, zile zenye zina take time. Alafu ka budget yangu iko na then naweza anza kuexplore zile options zenye ni za kulipia, si ndio? Then number 3 ni audience gani unataka kureach, ama ni audience gani utakuwa unaongelelea ama unaongelesha. Number 4 ni channels gani utatumia. Out of hizi channels zote tumeongelelea, ni channels gani utatumia. Then number 5 ni which activities utakuwa unafanya ukijaribu kuimplement plan yako, si ndio? Alafu lastly smart KPIs. Lazima uset KPIs za hiyo plan yenye uko nayo, useme nitakuwa nataka hizi na unafaa make sure ziko smart. Smart hapa inamaanisha specific, measurable, attainable, realistic na time bound. So hizo ndo the things unafaa kufanya. So hapa basically ni hizi 2 steps sita zimeexplain. So actually tutamaliza tu, wacha tu ni rush through the session. So business goals and objectives, unafaa ujulize nini nataka kuachieve. So hapa unaona Mondly ni hairdresser na business goal yake is to get customers through the door. Anataka customers wakuje kwa salon yake, so hiyo ndo business objective yake. So because amesha set your objective, atakuja hapa aeke business objective hii side, online objective hii side, andike the objectives za business kama biashara. Hizi ndo objectives zake, to make people more aware that an exist, kuuza bidhaa zaidi, kupata watu wengi zaidi, na kupata customers wenye watakuwa narudi mara kwa mara. So hizo ndo business objectives. So hizo zitaalinaje na online objectives. So pale online ni nini itakuwa nafanya pale online ndo hizi business objectives zikuwe achieved. So kani ku spread awareness, then the objective online is awareness. Kama it's to sell more products, then the objective online is website sales. Kama ni kufind more people, then anataka kitu ka likes ama follows kwa pages zake za social media. Kama returning customers, then anataka traffic pale kwa website. So if these are the objectives na umeziandika, umeziseti vizuri, umematch na what the objectives ziko online, then uko sawa na unaweza proceed kwa step number 2. Hapa kuna examples zingine za online objectives. Kuna increase traffic to website, increase online sales, increase social media page likes ama follows, and then increase awareness or reach. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 ni budget. Unataka kuspend pesa ngapi? Kama unataka kuspend 0 bob, then that means utakuwa tu unafanya vitu organically. But kama uko na ka budget ka kuspend, tena utaangalia hii budget ina fit wapi, si ndio? Then step 3 ni audience. Ni kina nani naongelesha. So monthly bado hapa ndio huyu anasema ana target madem, kwa salon yake ni ya madem peke yake, si ndio? Na labda zile styles yake anajua kushuka, maybe ajui kushuka. Na nakumbuka Beehive, kulikuwa na style nyingine mamangu alikuwa anaweka nikiwa mtoto, ilikuwa inaitwa Beehive. Kichwa chake ilikuwa inakaa refu hivi juu mazee manywele zimekam through huko juu, yeah. So kama ni Beehive na hashuki, then haizi kuita watu wenye wako 60 na 40 juu ndo watu labda wanajua style ya Beehive. So atachukua hao 30 year olds wenye ako na hiyo service, ndio hata wao wakikam anajua vile atawasort. So lazima a break down audience yake na ajue ni nani anaongelesha. Then step 4 ni channels. So nitaanza kuangalia, unakumbuka zile online objectives tumemention kwa step 1, write them down, then andika channels. So kama ni awareness na reach, nitatumia channel gani? Nitatumia social media, nitatumia content marketing, nitatumia display. Kama ni website sales, nitatumia SEM, SEO na email marketing. Kama ni traffic kwa website, again nitatumia SEM, SEO na email marketing. Alafu kama nataka wasee wakuwe loyal, wasiende kwa shop nyingine, wakujange tu kwangu every time wakitaka kushukwa nywele, then nitatumia social media ku-influence hiyo decision. Nitatumia email marketing every month kuwakumbusha, hey ni end month umelipwa, kumbuka kukuja salon ukae smart, kumbuka kukuja tukutengeneza siku ya harusi, kumbuka kukuja tukutengeneza siku hizi tunatengeneza hadi makucha. So you can give them updates about biashara yako using hizo 3 channels. So you have to make sure umejua ni wapi utaland, so that for each objective unajua ni wapi unajiposition to make sure umeachieve. Then ukisha choose hapo kwa channel tena, choosing a channel based on the target audience and the goals, kuna inbound na outbound. Inbound is marketing strategy that attracts customers from by creating valuable content that is tailored to them. Outbound, on the other hand, is marketing strategy that pushes messages to potential customers. So inbound, hawa ni customers labda uko nao tayari, wenye wamesha kuja, wenye wanakujua, so it's like talking to your friend. Alafu outbound is someone who doesn't know you or somebody who has never been in your business before. So you're giving them highlights of what your business is about, so that wakuje wapate the experience that our say were inbound wako nayo. So that's the difference between inbound and outbound. Step 5 is to plan your activity. My online objectives are to reach more people in my local area and get more returning customers. I don't have a website yet, as it's too much of an investment right now. How can I use digital to help me? So umeona monthly ako na salon na nataka watu wengi wenye wako karibu na yeye wakuje kwa salon yake, but hana pesa ya kuweka website. So nini ata utilize Google My Business, Facebook, yani zile vitu zenye ni free, si ndio? So she has to go there and set up a Google My Business platform, make sure iko optimized vizuri, aende pale Facebook and make sure ana post mara kwa mara na kucollect information kutoka kwa clients wake wa kitambo. And trust me, if you have clients already, it's usually very easy to get their feedback, because once they see you online, they can easily relate with you. So make sure you plan your activity, know where you're getting what. If a website is too much for you now, then maybe you can get it at a future date, and make sure you diarize that and plan it as well. Then step 6 is smart KPIs. So nataka sales ziincrease to how much? Nikisema tu nataka sales increase, hata increase na 5 bob, unaona hiyo ni increment. But then I need to make sure I know nataka increase na how much, within what period of time, nitafanya nini ndo increase. Kama nitaenda kusimama hapo nje na kibao imeandikwa welcome to salon 50% off, then that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm going to run an ad on Facebook, then that's what I'm gonna do. So you need to make sure you have put plans in place to make sure your KPIs are very specific and planned out nicely. So, digital marketing plan, this is how it looks like. You have a business goal, you have an audience, you have the channel you're picking, you have the activity that you're going to be doing to make sure you achieve them, you have the online objective, and you have the smart objective. So, basically, your digital marketing plan or strategy should look something like this. So, I'll give you a minute to just internalize, easy as I repeat. Business goal, what do you want to achieve, right, as a business? Then the online goal or the online objective is what will influence performance on this business goal or addition. So hizo mbili, they go together. Then your audience, what is their demography, what is your audience comprised of. Then channel, which channels am I going to use to reach this particular audience to achieve the goals that I have. Then activity, what is it that I'm going to be doing to make sure that I am achieving the goals I have set. Then lastly, smart objectives or KPIs is breaking it down and making sure that I'm working towards something that is not vague or too ambiguous. So that's what your digital marketing plan should look like. So again, these are the 6 steps: business goals and objectives, budget and resources, audience, decide which channels you're using, plan your activity, then measure your um, KPIs in a smart manner. So at this point again, I'll pause for questions. I believe we are done with our session. So I don't know if there are any questions. Let me just go quickly to the chat. I hope Nime summarize for Francis, who was saying that we needed to summarize. Let me see. Francis, okay. Sawa. So Francis, I hope that summary is good enough for you. Lucy is saying good vibes, tuko pamoja. Thank you. Farida anasema niendelee na kizungu. I hope nimekusaidia kidogo tu, hata kama si sana. And then I see guys talking about other sessions. Okay, so I think we have pretty much summarized or just even finished up what it is that we needed to do today. So I believe Sasa, we are in a position to offer you further help moving forward. I see Daisy was saying we can see clarification for what we've learned then. Okay, that's amazing. So I think we're done with our session for today. Just a few more pointers for you. Here is a link again for the bootcamp. If you would wish to attend the future bootcamps that are upcoming, Linda will share with you this link in the comment section, and you can click on it and apply. And once you have you have qualified for the bootcamp, they will let you know. Guys from Google themselves will let you know and send you an email. And then what will be the next steps after what you have learned? There is this link called learndigital.withgoogle.com. So say you have more questions about what you have learned, just click on this link that Linda is going to share with you right in the comment section. Let this link be something that you refer to. So even when you're coming to ask, say, your digital marketing specialist something, make sure you have also referred to this link and you've seen or learned whatever it is you need to learn there. And then now when you come for clarification, it's wholesome, so that you don't get lost, say, in between. So this link has a lot more information, a lot more material from what we have discussed today, more in depth. So feel free to look at it and educate yourself further. Also, feel free to follow us on social media. Uh, on Facebook, we go by Digital Skills for Africa. On Twitter, we are Digital Skills AF, and on Instagram, we are also Digital Skills AF. Please follow us for more information. If you need a few more tips here and there, if you want to chat with somebody from Google digital skills, then you will be able to find us there. So thank you so much for your time. I know the last bit of it we have, rushed kidogo, but I hope that you've been able to get the summary all together. If you have any other questions or any other follow-ups, please feel free to reach out to your DMS and we'll be able to help you. Again, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure hosting you. My name was Aline and it still is Aline, and my moderator today was Linda. Asanteni sana. Have a good evening.